Mosport, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Honestly, it's home. Home because this is where I grew up finding out what I enjoy, what I love the most, and honestly, given the opportunity, yeah, I'd love to be at home with family, friends, wives, and kids. But this is about as close a second as you can possibly get, because when I'm at home and I don't have a whole bunch else to do, I'm trying to find cars on a racetrack someplace. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Carlo. Thank everybody that's made Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, Mosport, such an integral piece of our lives, such a big piece of society in this part of the world and around the planet. Let's be honest. Everybody knows where this place is. Everybody appreciates what it is and what it's becoming. It's a piece of everybody's lives, and one that I can't imagine it without. And thanks, Miles.
Mosport, or as it's now referred to, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, has been the great hidden gem of racetracks continent-wide, tucked away in the lush greenery just northeast of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The track has been host to just about every form of motorsports in its history, and it continues to evolve with the passing of the torch of ownership. That torch this time to be carried by two gentlemen, Ron Fellows and Carlo Fidani. Together, they have pledged great growth and expansion of the venerable old girl we will forever know as Mosport. Along with the Canadian Tire Corporation, Ron and Carlo have given the racetrack a new look and a new feel that is so very Canadian. As I'm told by this filmmaker, as a Canadian, you can't help but get a huge swell of national pride when you come through the gates. There are huge mountains being moved to bring Canadian Tire Motorsports Park into view as a star of international proportions. So Ron and Carlo and Canadian Tire Corporation, from the heart of all the people who call Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, or simply Mosport, their motorsports home, we all say thank you.
Well, anybody involved in motorsports on a regular basis, as a fan or in a profession, knows about Mosport, or Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. This place is one of the legendary tracks. There's no getting around it. The home of Canadian motorsport, but it's hosted so many different series, from stock cars to sports cars to open wheel racing, that it's simply a part of the motorsports landscape in the biggest possible way.
Hey, I'm Marty, Mayor Corner 2.
Perhaps you could give us a quick explanation of just what the job of the mayor of Corner 2 is.
Well, you have to keep the neighbors under control.
Right.
You have to make sure you have cold beer.
Question that I'm asking everybody through the course of the camera is, what does Mosport mean to you?
Well, it means everything to me. Not just the racing, it's all the comradeship and the people I know here, and it's just wonderful to see what the job these new owners and the general manager is doing.
How long have you actually been involved with Mosport, Marty?
This is my 40th year.
I just asked Marty a very unique question. Has there ever been anything counter-race run here at Mosport? And Marty, your answer was?
Bicycles.
This place is a speed palace. You want to talk about a wild card race? This is the place that dreams will either come alive or die very quickly. It's going to be a fast race. I love this racetrack. It's history, it's Canadian, and it doesn't get any better than this place right here. Ron, Carlo, you did it. Congratulations. Canadian motorsports history. It's all because of you guys.
Hello, I'm Vic Parsons. Spent 2 years running NASCAR in the early 70s. Had a great time down there.
Vic, what do you think of Mosport, being this is only the second time you've been here?
Well, it's not anything like I remember it from before. These fellas that I got it now, Ron Fellows and the rest of them, have done a fantastic job. And I'm sure they got a lot on their plate. They're going to make improvements yet. But it's just wonderful. I mean, they've got this place set up, and there's so many people here. I'm sure that if they can carry this on, it's going to be a very successful thing, I'm sure. It's a great place to come and camp, and good people, good friendship, good fellowship, just have a great time.
Darcy, what does Mosport mean to you?
Well, it's the last of the men's tracks in the world. This is the place you come. If you're going to get the job done, you better have a set around here. Hey, thanks, Ron. Thanks, Carlos. Awesome job.
Hi, it's John Walker, track photographer at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park.
How you doing, John?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
This is good.
Shooting today, having a good time. The Camping World Truck Series is here, the Canadian Tire NASCAR Series is here, and the Canadian Touring Car Series is here. So, you know, what more can a guy say? It's a fantastic day to be at a racetrack.
So you've been coming to Mosport for a long time.
A lot.
What's the Mosport experience to you? Is it really holding up for you?
It is, especially, this is just like it was back in the 80s as far as I'm concerned, and I'm dating myself a little bit, but it's camping as far as you can see, people everywhere, wall to wall, there's partying going on, there's happy faces, kids, dogs, I'm telling you, and a lot of corporate sponsorship, and it's fantastic, and we're getting some really great shots and shooting some NASCAR from the States, so that's great. Thanks, Ron and Carlo, for putting this place together, and there's the best is yet to come. Thanks, guys.
What does Mosport mean to you?
It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful parkland circuit that I've come across anywhere in the world. But it's also the first circuit I ever marshaled in North America back in the 70s, and I grew to love it from then, and I've been going with it ever since.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Fast racing cars, good times, family, friends, and a community atmosphere with fellow coworkers or volunteers.
And you've been at this for how long, sir?
30 years.
And how long have either of you been coming to Mosport?
This is actually my first year being here.
How about you?
I started coming here back in the 80s with my dad and my brother.
What does Mosport mean to you?
It's my home.
When they started doing all the renovations and changes, when Ron Carlo bought the track, I said that, you know, so it felt like somebody had come into my home and rearranged the furniture without asking me.
Mosport mean to you?
The same thing I told you yesterday.
I want to know again.
It's the racing capital of Canada.
How are you?
Tommy Tracy, the race guy. The race guy. Okay, Tommy, a very specific question for you.
I'm ready.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Oh, the best racetracks, best fans, and what's happened to this place? If it was cool before, it's even cooler now. And one of the greatest racetracks to come to. And, you know, thanks to Carlo and Ron, fellows.
We have proof that the very famous Tommy Tracy eats at the Mosport restaurant.
I've been coming here to Mosport for quite some time, and I've had 2 or 3 different cars around Mosport too. I've had my Jaguar, I've had the Hooply Blue No Special, which is another race car of mine, and the Francis Special. 1923 Model T Ford, named after my wife Francis. Naming your car after your wife or your girlfriend gives you lots and lots of leeway. I advise it.
This is actually my first year here. I've been coming to Mosport since I was 3 years old. Hi! Thanks to Carlo and Ron.
Motor Racing Network.
Well, sir, you're here at Mosport. What's your instant observations?
Oh, this is an amazing facility. I'm not new to this place. I've been here probably a dozen times over the years, dating back to the mid-'80s. We always raced up on the hill at the Oval. It's great to be down here on the road course. Canadian fans are the best in the business. I grew up in Vermont, spent a lot of time racing in Quebec and Ontario. I know all about Canadian race fans. This is going to be a great weekend. People of Ontario, people of Canada have got a lot to be proud of here.
I'm Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. This is my first time to Mosport, and this place is absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing. The first thing that comes to mind is just the excitement. The people here, just unbelievable. We know Canadian race fans are passionate about their NASCAR racing. We saw it years ago in Montreal. We've seen it over the history of NASCAR. We've seen it on our radio shows and call-ins. But it is absolutely incredible to see everyone here at the racetrack, camping here. Friday's crowd was as big a crowd as we get some other places all weekend long. So absolutely amazing, and it's just exciting to be here for sure.
Buddy Long. I work with the Motor Racing Network, actually doing the call-in in Turn 5A and 5B this weekend at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park.
And what do you think of Mosport?
It's awesome. We heard a lot of great things about it leading up to the event. Today was my first day of being here. Earlier today, we went out and did a broadcast test to make sure all the equipment is running good. And everybody that was out there in the turn earlier in the day yesterday told me you're going to love your turn position. But not only just there, but just different spots around this place. It's phenomenal. Certainly hope this is something that catches on. Everybody's heard the same thing. They expect a tremendous outpouring of fan support coming this weekend. And we as broadcasters / race fans are just hopeful that we not only get to come back to do another broadcast before we've done our first one, but that there's many more coming in the future for this facility.
I can't thank you enough, buddy.
All right. Only sorry to see Ron Fellows not in the truck this weekend.
He's all smiles. What does Mosport mean to you?
It's awesome. It means a lot of history, a super challenging track. It's fast. You know, having my kids here since they're just little babies watching us race, and now they're racing, it's great. Guys like Carlo and Ron, what they've done with the track and turned it into a world-class facility. It was always a world-class track, but now the whole facility's that.
Hi, this is DJ Kennington. We're here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park today. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'm really looking forward to having a good race weekend.
DJ, What does Mosport mean to you as a driver?
First race win on a road course for me. It was huge. This place is very, very important to the heritage here of road racing in Canada. One of the toughest racetracks there is around, and for me to be able to win one of the NASCAR races here was an absolute privilege and honor, and can't wait to get out there again. I just want to thank Ron and Carlo for all they've done with this place.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Mosport means fast, very fast.
Challenging. It's a great track, and glad to be here for the first time, and it's super fast. Love it.
Thanks Ron. Thanks, Carlo.
It means racing, man. It's the greatest thing in the world going on, and this is our first trip to this track, and it's really a great facility, and we're enjoying ourselves.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Well, a lot of oops, a lot of fun seeing the fans, and it's always great to be here. I always heard about how cool the track is. This is my first time here, and I love it.
It means a lot of guts, a lot of commitment, and fast racing.
Thanks Ron. Thanks Carlo.
What does Mosport mean to you?
It's a real track. It's not sterile like so many of the new tracks being built today, but yet coming in here over the last couple of years, putting pavement into the places where we're not risking our lives driving on the thing anymore. It's safe, but yet we still have the thrill and the enjoyment of driving on a real track. That's the way they built them years ago and the way they should be built today.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Mosport is all about rock and roll, and it's all about having fun. You gotta put your big boy pants on around here, or else you could go back home.
Great to be back in Mosport. Very special place for me. I've been here 5 times. I've won here 5 times. Great track, a lot of history. Thanks guys for keeping it alive, keeping it going. Hopefully that'll be for many, many years into the future.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is my first time here, and it's a hell of a track. You know, I've heard a lot about it and all of its history, and to drive it and really feel it, and it's a badass place, and I love driving it.
And you, sir?
Yeah, very much the same. Very historic track, high-speed corners, and yeah, I won here 7 years ago in Star Mazda, so I have good memories here.
Thanks Ron. Thanks Carlo.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Well, motorsport is probably one of the most famous road racing circuits in North America and Canada. It's one of the great events. I think F1's raced here years ago. I certainly spent many years driving sports cars here, and you know, thanks to Ron Fellows and his group to take it on and basically turn this into an international event.
Wow. You know, I'll tell you what, Mosport means to me great memories and a lot of fun times with family and friends, and some spectacular racing over the years. So I'd say thanks, Ron and Carlo. You've helped add a lot more great memories to us.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Early mornings, late nights, occasional beer, lots of friends, sexy cars, rain, snow, hail, sunshine like today. This is great. Friends. It all comes down to the friends and the cars.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Oh, I've been coming here for like 30 years. It's my home track. I showed up here the first time in a tuxedo after a wedding, and we came for the weekend and traveled around and saw all these Porsches. When we woke up in the morning, it was like, whoa, I gotta come here and more. Where's this place been? So that's what it means to me.
What does Mosport mean to you?
Well, Mosport means to me the ability to get together with my friends who love car racing once a year, because I only see them once a year. We have a hell of a time watching the cars, having a barbecue, and putting up with the weather.
Mosport to me is about heroes and legends and youth, and fueling a passion for motorsports that I've had since I was very, very young. I continue to share that passion with my family, my friends, and new strangers who have become friends. This is my track. This will always be Mosport.
And what does Mosport mean to you?
Mosport means to me my first ever racing experience at 7 years old. My dad brought me here and I got to meet Ron Fellows and sit in his car. And that started off what was 21 years now and counting of racing experience that just is priceless.
Sport to me means camaraderie, you know, like I come here with family, friends, and this is our lifestyle. We love cars, we all come, we hang out, we have a good time, and that's what it's all about to me.
I came here to my first race in 1974 as a fan. 30 years later, I became a motorsports journalist. I now make my career chasing race cars. Mosport is my home. I couldn't think of anywhere better to be.
Ron, Carlo, thank you for taking care of this track, and hopefully 53 years from now, we'll be doing the same thing on the same place on the same corner. See you later.
What does Mosport mean to you?
I guess a lot of fun weekends, fast cars, having some fun with my buddies. Been so many years, lots of good memories.
And I see you have a very valid and great up cause, the Leukemia Bottle Drive, courtesy of the beer store.
Yeah.
Perhaps you'd like to give us a quick little enlightenment about what that is?
Yeah, the beer store and UFCW 12R24 are joined together, and we do a bottle drive every year at our stores. And last year I decided to, after 40 years of coming to this track and seeing lots of cans and bottles being thrown away, I thought it was a great extension for us. So far we've raised, about $7,200 in 4 weekends for the cause, and we're continuing, and the track has allowed us to come, and it's been a great event. We have lots of different volunteers out from the company and families, friends, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm standing here with Mr. Ron Fellows, current part owner of Mosport. And Ron, you've raced here, you've sort of grown up here, you've been a big part of this track for a long time. So would you care to answer the question, what exactly does Mosport mean to you?
Boy, I don't think we have enough tape. You know what, this was the first car race I ever went to was the 1969 Canadian Grand Prix.
Wow.
Here.
Wow.
And that's, as a young kid, I was bitten by the bug and wanted to get on the other side of the fence. And did my first car race here in, I think in 77 maybe? Maybe 78. And in a Datsun 510.
A 510, okay.
Beautiful Datsun 510. But you know, and then I came here as a fan, watching Formula One, Can-Am, you know, back in the heyday of Formula Atlantic with Villeneuve, Keke Rosberg, and Danny Sullivan, Ray Hall, pretty special times. But as a professional driver, I was fortunate to have a number of my own firsts here. First Trans Am Series win was here. one and only. I only did 2 starts in that World Sports Car, but I did win here. Johnny O'Connell and I had, I think, 3 in a row at ALMS here. Yeah, pretty neat. So the fact that I now get an opportunity to be with Carlo Fidani and look at sort of rebuilding and you know, setting the next couple of decades for the track with the support of Canadian Tire, we're pretty excited. I pinch myself every day when I think about the fact that I am now an owner of this place, and it's a huge responsibility. We have a lot to live up to, and as Carlos said, we're not really. Everyone that's been a big part of this over the decades feels some ownership, and we're just charged with the responsibility of being the curators, and that's what we're going to do.
That's the most eloquent way to put it, Ron. And as one fan to an owner, thank you. Proof that Ron Fellows does great things in the rain, under yellow.
Under yellow.